I actually was someone that kind of suffered at the beginning with mental illness. When I say suffered, I'm not anymore. I'm thriving through it. But I suffered because I suffer from depression and also anxiety. So I lost both of my parents within like a 2-year span, and it was very, very traumatic. I'm a television and film actor. I don't like speaking in front of people, but I love it somewhat. But this is very important to me because I remember when I first initially started going through the process of, I guess, having depression. Like I said, I lost both of my parents, but I got back to work. I didn't deal with anything. I was eating a lot. I was eating a lot of sweets. It would make me feel really good, and then I would crash. And then all of a sudden, I was laying in the bed for like weeks at a time, not taking showers. I wouldn't pay any phone bills or bills at all. So it got really, really bad to one point that I was laying on the couch, and the whole left side of my body went numb. And so I got really scared then, and so I decided to go to the emergency room. So they decided to ask me, a lot of questions. They first thought I was having a stroke. And so they ran all of these tests, and they couldn't figure out what was going on because, as the doctor said earlier, there was this tingling sensation that was going on in my body. And so after that happened, they couldn't figure it out. So they actually realized that I was actually suffering from depression and anxiety. So I'm from North Carolina, and that's the Bible Belt. And you pray everything away. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? So they suggested medication, but I'm like, no, man, I don't need medication. No, I'm good. But then it got really, really bad. And I found a spiritual advisor at my church. I didn't want to take it because I didn't want people to think that I was crazy. Because I was like, no, I didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't even tell anyone in my family that what I was going through. And so I decided to take the medication, and I got a therapist. And from there, I changed my diet. I started exercising. And everything shifted. I realized that I had a vitamin D deficiency. I didn't even know anything about vitamin D at all. So all of those things were really bad at one point, but then I was able to shift that. And so I never told anyone, not even my parents, not even my family members, what I was going through. And that led me to where I'm at right now. About 9 months ago, I lost one of my good friends to suicide. He died by suicide. His name was Lee Thompson Young. He was on a TV show Rizzoli and Alice, the famous Jet Jackson. And he was someone that I talked to regularly on the phone, but I never told him what I was going through. And so he never told me what he was going through. And so here it is, we're talking about sports and everything else, but we're not talking about those type of things. So after my friend died, that night I heard like this voice from him and God saying, you need to do something about this. So the very next day I decided this journey to work on a documentary dealing with African American men in depression and the stigma that it plays in our community. Because as young black men, they teach us at a very young age to be tough, to man up, don't cry like a little girl. That's the worst thing that you can tell a child, especially a little boy, because it is human to have those experiences. So right now I'm working on a documentary with my co-producer, Squeaky Moore, and actually my mental health consultant, Asha, she's back there. And my mental health consultant, Terry Williams. If anyone knows anything about Terry Williams, she's the spearhead for this type of work. So when you guys get a chance, we're on Facebook. It's called Face of Darkness Documentary. The trailer's already out. Tell people about it because we want to change lives. People write me every single day telling me that this trailer that's already out has changed their life. So like our page, support us. And then when you see something, say something. If you see someone, I want to challenge people today. Because a lot of times we sit here and I was having this the conversation on my way today. If you ask someone how they are doing, please take the time out to make sure that you can listen to what they have to say, because you can be in that defining moment that will shift their life or their death in that moment. So just take the time out and really, be a friend, listen, because we have a social responsibility for each other.